Today we're going to be talking about P1, the probabilistic cost and time modeler. The first tab of the P1 model is the Properties tab, where we can put in project information such as our project name and version number, well information where we can put in our well name, operator, block, field, etc., and well descriptions. Well descriptions are specific event-tied depths to your well. For instance, in this well, the 36-inch section TD occurs at 511 feet. But because this model is powered by a Monte Carlo engine, we can also put in distributions around these events as well. For instance, our 8.5-inch section in this model is a uniform distribution between 11,100 feet and 12,000 feet. We can then provide tubular definitions and input predefined events, such as tripping events. We can insert exchange rates for foreign currency, project settings, and report settings. The next tab in the P1 module is the event model. The event model attempts to duplicate every step involved with drilling the well, from the planning of the well through TD, demobilization, and the reporting phase. The first level of events in the model are called phases. Phases allow us to associate the specific depths that we generated in our Properties tab to the well. For instance, for the 36-inch conductor casing, we would like to specify that it runs from the seabed to a depth of the 36-inch section TD, which, as you recall, was 511 feet. Each phase consists of one or multiple time events. These time events can be characterized as single point or distributions of time. Additionally, each event has a probability associated with it. These time events can have nested sub-events, which allow us to characterize risk time. For instance, we have unable to stab time and tight hole time for the event characterized here. These risk time events can easily be displayed by viewing the process flow tree that is available in the event model. Here we can see every event and associated sub-events and risks for every step in the drilling of our well. This process flow tree can also be viewed at the phase level. Once we have generated phases and events for our well and saved them to the cloud, they'll be associated with that well and can be recalled for the quick generation of subsequent well bores that share similar characteristics. For instance, if the first several events in the next well are the same as they are in this well, I can import them directly from this well into the next, just through a drag and drop functionality present in the platform. This functionality can be performed at the phase level or the individual event or sub-event level. Once we've completed our event model, we can begin building our cost model. The cost model is where we specify all material and service related costs to the well. Materials and services costs can be split by any number of hierarchies, and each can be given cost codes that are specific to your organization's cost accounting. In order for costs to be included in our final simulation results, they must be tied to a phase in the event model. For instance, in the tangible materials item casings, the 9 5/8-inch casing should also be associated with the run 9 5/8-inch casing event. Of course, many cost items span multiple phases. For instance, rig expenditures, rig rates, daily operating rate, which represents the daily operating cost of the rig while on location, will span all the phases in which the rig is available. Similar to our event model, costs can be given distributions as well. For instance, if we have uncertainty around the daily operating rate of the rig, we can apply a distribution to it. In this example, I'll enter in a 3-point distribution for the cost. and we can view that distribution here. The final tab before running our project simulation is the Project Risk tab. The Project Risk tab allows us the opportunity to set global level delays or risks associated with the various phases that we had set up in the event model. Okay, now that we've set up our well, let's run our Monte Carlo simulation. It's as simple as pressing the Simulate button, and it will begin running different realizations. And that's it. We've now got our simulation results. These can be viewed as a number of different images or plots and tables within IQX or as different reports. The standard reports that come out of a P1 run are a simulation report, input report, output report, and most importantly, AFE report. By clicking on an AFE report, P1 will automatically generate an AFE for you. Here we can see all of the different AFE costs and their associated cost codes detailed explicitly for our use and submittal. Once our P1 project is complete and we're entering into the operational phase of drilling the well, we can take the work that we've done to generate an event and cost model and push them into a CT project on our IQX platform with a push of a button. From here, you can see in the time tracker that all the events that were associated with my P1 project have been replicated here